these guys will go down the road.
Michael Gazeley from Hong Kong is here in Thailand for the very good reason that the APICTA Awards are on this evening. But can you background APICTA for me, please, Michael?
Sure. APICTA stands for the Asia Pacific ICT or Information Communication Technology Awards, and these are held between the 16 Asian economies that span from India all the way to Australia. And they're called economies because obviously Hong Kong and Macau are part of China, although they are competing separately. So,
yes, I see.
Yeah.
And they deal, it would seem, totally in innovation in the area of computers and safety and security and so on?
Well, it's information communication technology, so if you go around the different contestants, there are some weird and wonderful robots and all sorts of other things as well. But we're more conventional, I think. We deal in hardware and software. Yeah.
But you also come up with innovations on a regular basis. You've won in that area before, haven't you?
Yes, Network Box has won more than 40 national and international awards around the world. So we've actually won APICTA before in 2004, but we've invented a very amazing new technology, so we've come to compete again.
Can you just reveal a little of what that amazing new technology might be?
I can reveal a lot if you'd like. The technology is called Zscan, and Zscan stands for Zero-Day Anti-Malware. And the idea is that we have seen over the last maybe 12 to 18 months a massive increase in the number of zero-day antivirus needs, because zero-day viruses have gone from something which we saw in the lab into something where you've got hundreds of thousands of them flying around the world. And to start at the beginning, I guess, a zero-day virus is where a malware writer is exploiting an unknown vulnerability in Windows, in Android, in even Apple, and the antivirus companies don't know about that vulnerability. So it's a bit like having a lock where somebody knows there's some particular flaw, and if they use a particular skeleton key, they can come in and open the door. And by using that vulnerability, they can attack, and most of the antivirus engines out there will not be able to do anything. So we need to, in the cloud, react very, very quickly against these zero-day viruses. And in fact, NetworkBox has a system where as soon as the virus appears in the cloud, within about 3 seconds we can have protection in place. Most of our competitors are taking 3, 4, 12, 20 hours to react, and even 1 hour is a very, very long time in cyberspace.
Well, the cloud notion is Silicon Valley inspiration. What you're talking about here is Asian innovation. Yeah. How compatible are they?
Well, in the end, there's only one internet, so it doesn't really matter whether you're in Silicon Valley or whether you're in downtown Kowloon. You're still working on the same internet. But actually, NetworkBox has security operations centers in the US, in the UK, and all over Asia, including in Thailand. So it's not really a matter of where you are. It's a matter of having the best technology.
NetworkBox products are having an impact in many countries of the world already, and the presence in Thailand is growing, where Andrew Mac Gregor is the managing director, keen to promote the product even further, I should imagine, Andrew.
Yeah, sure. We want to get it out there to all the companies here in Thailand.
Well, it is an Asian innovation. That should sit well with the companies that you deal with here in Thailand.
It should do. It really depends. A lot of large multinational companies are well known, so we're actually more innovative than a lot of those companies. The hard thing is getting our message out to the people. So, hence the reason for this interview today. Yeah.
But you do feel that you have a product, a really high quality product that's useful to companies to sell to them, don't you?
Definitely. I mean, in a nutshell, what we're selling is a managed service. It's a turnkey solution, right? A company that wants to protect its computers and its employees and the owners of the company from any invasion of viruses, spam, hacking, any of that sort of thing, can use our services, right? Paid for either on an annual or a monthly basis. And give them basically total protection from all that sort of thing.
Starting with computers, then, of the examples you've given, how would you go about protecting the computer service?
Sure. Well, the computers is what we're talking about. We're talking about internet attacks. Okay, so we would have a device, a network box, in the office of the company, in most cases, and basically everything coming in and out of that office will go through the box. If you like, it's kind of like a guardhouse, and we just administer the policies that the company tells us that they want us to administer. So if they say certain documents can or can't come in and go out, viruses, of course, they'll say they don't want to get in. Hackers, they want to stop, and they also may want to control perhaps what the employees are doing. To the extent of they can chat or they can't chat, or they can do it during certain hours, as we were talking about before. During lunch hour we might let them chat and go on Facebook, but during working hours then they can't. So in other words, we're helping the owners of the company to get more productive time. Yes. If I may just talk about the survey that we did, where we asked some of our customers to allow us to observe patterns of work usage, where we actually found out that about 53% of employees' time on the computer was not being used for work things, right? So in other words, as an employer, you're going to get a lot more productivity out of your employees if we stop things like Facebook or chatting, or we allow it at certain times. Some employers say they want to allow people before work, after work, during lunch hour. We can do that. We can do all that sort of thing.
Has this, in any cases, led to conflict, though, between management and staff because of the feeling of being monitored?
Understood. Generally not. What we've actually found, right, is you don't need to say very much. All you need to say is, we're putting in this new system, it's going to be doing this, and you'll find that a lot of people will stop anyway. And only in extreme cases, where somebody's spending all their time not working or doing something, is there any need to say anything? Yeah, it's totally up to the employers as to how they want to handle it.
Have you found that management really appreciate what Network Box can do for the company? Certainly.
Management's all about productivity, right? They appreciate. We have basically, once Network Box is in place, if the customer doesn't have any problems, then we're doing our job right. So what we have to do in order to remind the customer that we're there and doing our job is we give a report. And we do this either, it can be on a daily basis, but mostly it'll be weekly or monthly. And that report is basically just reminding the customer, we're telling them, how many hack attacks they had, how many viruses we've stopped, how many worms we've stopped, and all those sorts of things. So that's just reminding them that we're doing our job. So we give that report every month.
And something as simple and famous, or infamous as spam, of course, is a non-consideration. It's just out of the way with your system, is it?
That's right. Well, as Michael talked about earlier, and the reason that we're winning awards right now with ZScan is that we can detect. You used to detect spam, send it off to one of those big, large multinational corporations for them to create a signature, and then send back a signature to you, which then we would push out, and we've won awards for how quickly we could push out those signatures within 45 seconds to our customers. Now we've implemented our own system where we can detect it, create a signature, and block it all within 3 seconds of it happening. So, for example, 99.8% was the Tolly report that we got. The Tolly report was 100%. We stop most spam before it even starts being downloaded or coming in, cluttering up email boxes.
And can you really quantify the effect you can have on spam?
Certainly. There's been reports done that we're effective to 99.83% in stopping spam. As we talked about before, you can't effectively 100% stop spam, because something that you may think is a newsletter, I may call spam. So there's a certain part there. But the amazing thing is how quickly we can do it now, compared to the old-fashioned way of having send something off to one of those big multinational corporations who we won't mention, before they come out with a signature, which then we would push out to our customers. And the signatures is what we won the award for last time, how quickly we could push those signatures down to all our boxes, which was 45 seconds, and have them protected. Now with our new technology, we can have them protected in 3 seconds.
Are you deserving of another award this year?
Yes, well, that's the one, ZScan. Hopefully we'll be hearing the good news tonight about winning that one.
Yeah. And do you also feel that NetworkBox is best suited to companies with perhaps youngish but dynamic management?
Yes, I mean I think it's accepted to everybody. I mean, basically, I mean we have accounting firms, we have computer companies, we have anybody who considers their data crucial. Anybody who thinks that if they're down for a day, they're going to lose money. If a system is out for a day, if their email disappeared for a couple of hours, how frustrating for that would be. I mean, we protect all of those things. So
well, everybody's had experience of that, haven't they? Those comparatively short downtimes, and everybody knows how highly inconvenient and worrying that is.
Exactly. So anybody that's experienced those sorts of things knows, and that's what NetworkBox can protect you from. Yeah.
An extraordinary device.
Thank you. Okay.